You are in the zone. You've just finished plotting the anchor points and balancing the geometry of a perfectly scalable vector logo. On your artboard, it looks absolutely flawless. But you can't hand a raw mathematical equation to a legacy email client or upload it as a social media avatar. To actually deploy this design into the wild, it has to be converted into a fixed pixel format. Look at this animated diagram. You start with an SVG, a scalable vector graphic, defined by fluid mathematical equations. But when you need a PNG or a JPEG, those smooth equations are forced into a rigid, rasterized grid of colored blocks. Every digital designer eventually encounters this technical necessity, taking the infinite scaling of a vector and flattening it into the specific pixels required for the final product. To make that conversion, you usually have two flawed options. The first is booting up heavy, expensive desktop design software, draining system memory just to export a single image file. The second option, which designers often turn to out of pure convenience, is far riskier, dragging the file into a free, cloud-based converter website. In this cloud conversion diagram, your proprietary file is extracted from your machine, sent across an open network, and uploaded to a remote server. This introduces severe vulnerabilities. Your unreleased asset sits on someone else's hardware, silently logged, duplicated, or archived without your consent. The traditional conversion ecosystem forces a dangerous compromise. You either sacrifice the speed of your workflow by launching massive applications, or you trade away your intellectual property's security to a remote server just to get a usable image file. Prime ToolHub's free SVG to PNG converter solves this problem by creating a completely closed-loop, secure workspace right inside your existing browser. It bypasses the cloud entirely. Instead of uploading your file to a remote server, the tool shifts the entire computation burden back to your own machine. The tool utilizes the HTML5 Canvas API to ingest and process raw SVG code directly within the isolated boundary of your browser window. Because this occurs inside your computer's RAM, the boundary actively rejects external network connections, ensuring your data never touches the internet. By handling the work locally, the conversion happens with zero latency and zero data transfer. Because the processing happens on your own hardware, the interface responds to your inputs immediately. Since you are starting with a mathematical vector, you can input exact custom pixel dimensions. Whether you need a 200-pixel icon or a flawless, artifact-free 4,000-pixel export for print, the engine redraws the graphic natively before locking the pixels. The tool also perfectly preserves the alpha channel. It automatically detects the empty background space in your original SVG and maintains that transparency, allowing you to generate clean web overlays and watermarks. If you are prioritizing loading speeds, you can select the WebP export option. As this data comparison shows, WebP applies modern, aggressive compression that drastically shrinks your payload size compared to a traditional PNG, while still retaining crisp visual fidelity and full transparency. You can even fine-tune the result before exporting. The real-time UI allows you to adjust the final image's contrast, brightness, saturation, and overall compression quality directly on the canvas. These capabilities operate together as a cohesive toolkit. They protect your website's core web vitals with highly optimized file sizes while actively maintaining your creative momentum. This workflow keeps your data within your own machine, completely separate from any external server or network. The ultimate proof of this system is simple. Look at this setup. You could load the page, yank the Ethernet cable straight from your computer, and the tool would continue to render perfectly. This ensures absolute privacy. Your unreleased logos and sensitive client assets are physically incapable of leaving the device because the connection simply isn't there. Yet this level of utility requires zero friction. There are no software installations, no paywalls to unlock high resolutions, and absolutely no user registration required. Stop compromising the security of your proprietary designs and bogging down your computer with heavy software. Upgrade your workflow instantly by using the offline SVG converter at Prime ToolHub today.